What's up, guys? I've seen this problem a lot with the Ion. If you love Ion as much as me, it's kind of disappointing. Everyone's like, oh, it leaks. It's just throw it in the trash. No, it's actually a good entry-level marker. Once you get to know the gun, take it apart, right away in your head when something's going wrong with it, you know exactly where to look. Yeah, it happens a little bit more often than other guns, but it's like buying an old muscle car. You know, you got to tune that thing up pretty well all the time for it to run smooth. It's not built to just gum up and not clean at all, you know. So anyways, I got to the course Saturday, and I was getting the puff. You know what I'm talking about if you've had this problem. And, you know, it was weird. I chronoed my gun. I adjusted it to 85, I think the course was. Worked fine. Turned it off, sat down, loaded up on paint, loaded up on everything, went back for the next game, turned my gun on, and boom, it's doing the puff. And I couldn't play all day. Actually, the course gave me a rain check because they were a bunch of cool guys, and highly recommend Blitz paintball out here in Colorado. But anyways, went home that day. I bought a Tech TL7 bolt for my Ion. Apparently it's for the Ion XE, so I exchanged it for some new laser eyes, some basic simple O-rings and stuff, and then some Pathogen super grease. And the Pathogen works at very high range of temperatures, from cold to really hot. It always does its job. And so I got home, took apart my regulator, lubed up everything, pistoned the spring even just a little bit, bolt, everything. Went out in my garage, tested it, and it worked just fine. Shot like better than ever, you know, better than I've ever shot it for sure. It's just running smooth. There was barely any drop in the, you know, and my FPS, so I was really pleased. And get to the course the next morning, and that's when that happens again. So I was like, what the hell? Took apart my regulator, cleaned it, lubed it, went out on the course, and it worked. But before I actually took apart my regulator, I read the comments to bring your dwell down to 0, zero it out, bring it up in increments of 10. That worked, but my shots were not consistent. I was maybe shooting 5 to 10 before it started puffing again. And I'd release the pressure in my gun, and when it hit about 100 on my reg here, it would shoot one ball, sometimes two balls. And so I was just really confused. Anyways, to solve this problem, it's plain and simple. If you like your Ion as much as I do, get a new regulator. Mine's already in the mail, the Custom Products regulator, and that will solve all of your problems. You don't need a new board. You know, I mean, the only time my gun leaks, it's never internally. It's always right here, and that's just because these become flush with the actual screw itself, allows the hose to come out. Well, be loose at least. So, you know, the only time my gun's leaking, I can't hear it from anywhere else except right there. So all I do is grab this hose and use my thumb against here, and I'll pull it out just quarter inch or so until it's tight, and it'll stop leaking instantly. And that's the only leak I've ever had problems with. The only other problem was with the regulator. The piston sticks no matter if you got the best grease on the market or what. So just get a new regulator. If they make a new bolt or a bolt for the Ion that's recommended, please leave a comment, because I would definitely like to, you know, lighten that up, reduce the kick a bit, because I love the way this gun shoots. It's perfect for my hand. The tank sight, you know, I got the Gorilla Air. This thing on here just fits phenomenally. There is, like, it tucks perfect. I get the rotor on top and a nice 16-inch barrel for accuracy, and the holes in the end, you know, decrease the noise so it's a little bit quieter so people don't know exactly where you're shooting from. I like all gameplay, mostly speedball. So I'm definitely going to upgrade at one point, but I'm just now getting back into it. I'm doing my first tournament year. Fortunately, I'm able to do, you know, higher ranking tournaments, but I got to start low. So, yeah, if you like your Ion as much as I do, just get a new regulator and upgrade. You know, upgrade. It's not going to have resale value, but when you eventually get a new gun, you know, an E-Tech, Ego, or even, I'm looking at the Empire Axe. I really think that's going to be a good gun. Anyways, yeah, that's all you really got to do. Go aftermarket. You don't even have to do an aftermarket board. I don't know if they make one with a view, so you don't have to take your damn grip off every time. If they do, I'd recommend that, because that's a pain in the butt for sure. But, yeah, other than that, I love my Ion. It's fast, it's accurate, I can spray a lot of paint downfield, hold people in their bunkers and move. just as good as any other gun. I mean, it goes up to like 17 FPS, and I don't even shoot it at that, and I spray way too much paint. So, anyways, that's the problem with your puff, your damn regulator. If you want to take that apart before every game, be my guest, but I don't. That screw on the inside, you're going to strip it eventually, with the 9/16 steep bolt. So, yeah, anyone who has one of these, we got to bring it back, because people just talk massive amounts of crap about the Ion, and in all actuality, it's not a bad gun, because the gun they've got in their hand is worth $700-800 to $1,000, and this is something you can buy for $200 and upgrade to about 5 to maybe 5.5, $600, and boom, it's shooting just as fast and as reliable as theirs. So, yeah, it's a good gun. Highly recommend it for first, couple years of tournament, or even playing faster bit of play for you more aggressive. That's what these are about for sure. I love it. But yeah, just buy a new regulator.